Got a little work to do on the wagon. Gotta give her that old triple pump. Oh yeah, like butter. Oh, don't do it, don't do it. Ah, oh, she died. There we go. She just needed a little extra persuasion. Had to hold the throttle to the floor. Let her warm up for a second. Okay, I have a few things that we're gonna work on the wagoneer, and I'm gonna start with some low-hanging fruit stuff. These front blinkers. So I'm gonna show y'all what's going on. They work. They're brand new housings from, I think, bj'soffroad that the previous owner put in there. The problem I have with them is that I think the wires are flipped between which side's the blinker, which side your running light, because your blinker should be your bright one and your running light should be your low power side, because these are dual filament bulbs. You know, you have a low power side of your bulb, low powered side of your bulb, and a high power side of your bulb. So I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about real quick. Okay, should be able to do this with just showing y'all the one. So as you can see, it's blinking, but it's not super bright. And the side markers blink like they're supposed to as well. I'm not worried about the side markers. We're gonna focus on, like I said, these. So as you can see, it's blinking. And the other side works. You know, you can see it blinking. The problem I have is when you turn the headlights on, you turn just the running lights on, so I'm not blinding y'all with the headlight. So you see how bright they are. This is where the problem lies. You can't see, like this is blinking, but you can't see these blinking. You can very faintly if you look at how like the light is just barely flickering. So these are flipped. So we're gonna pull these assemblies back out and rewire them. Pull this lens off and we see if we can't figure out how to get these things out. Oh, look at there. I could probably just switch wires back here. Somebody already, probably the guy I got it from. All right, so we're gonna switch these two wires around in hopes that this is the problem right here. Oops, I showed the wire. All right. So should be able to see. So now it looks like the low side filament. Turn the key on. Yeah, there we go. Now we got, that looks much better. Let me just set this in place for a second. Oh yeah. Yeah, you could definitely tell the difference from before. Actually, I'm gonna do one other thing. Yeah, they were definitely wired wrong. I noticed this when we were out in town when we took this thing out for a drive, and it was kind of late. That the blink, I couldn't. Trying to see how to say this. The vehicle in front of me, I noticed I couldn't see my front blinkers in the reflection of their vehicle. I thought it was odd that I couldn't see my blinker. So I knew something wasn't quite right. Anyways, let me turn this back off and we will do this side. Okay, I got this side pulled out and this still has the factory plug over here. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and pull these wires out of this plug, seeing as they seem to just slide out when I was trying to. Seeing as they tried to just slide out when I was doing the other one, I have faith that it might just push out of this one. It doesn't look like it wants to just push out. There it goes. And we'll do this one. Switch these two around. There. First one. Yep, that looks like the low side filament. There we go. Now we got proper working blinkers on the front. Now people will see when we're trying to indicate a turn. Alright, so now we got that squared away. That's a simple fix. So anybody out there that has one of these J-series trucks or wagoneers that has the bj'soffroad, I think it's the bj'soffroad, or buys any of these aftermarket blinker housings, the wiring is probably backwards between those two pins, and you need to switch them. I actually did a lot of Googling and Facebook searching to find that answer. And there really wasn't nothing super clear out there. So do yourself a favor and hook them up, check them, make sure you're getting the filament side. Hook them up and make sure that they function correctly. You may think they're functioning correctly, but make sure the bright side of your bulb is getting lit up when you activate your blinker and your emergency lights. So that way people can see it whenever you have your headlights on or your running lights on or whatever, because it really does you no good to have them working if at nighttime people can't tell that you're turning, because I mean, public safety, DOT standards, whatever you want us to go by. But now I can put the lenses back on. Well, I gotta fix that lens real quick. I can put this lens back on and this is done. I don't know why I didn't think about showing y'all how I was gonna fix this lens, but the rim piece, basically the screw sits against, somebody over tightened it and it popped off. But you can see all that stuff I have built up, and I actually filled in the gap where a piece of it was missing. It was this Bondic stuff that my wife had got me for Christmas one year. I used it on the other side, and they give you 3 tubes of this solution that you can use. And the one I did it in it was a hotter day outside, and I think it cured a little bit better. But what it basically is, it's kind of like an epoxy, I guess. You put it on whatever. There's instructions in here that you can read. But anyways, you put it on there and you hit it with this little UV light and it cures it. And you can touch it, you can sand it, you can machine it, whatever. Basically, they show you using it to fix all kinds of stuff. But I did this on the other one, and I actually did the same thing where I used it to build up a piece of the plastic that was missing. And it does a very good job, and it holds very well. Like, I've been very, very surprised at how good of a job it does. But like I said, you just do like that with a little UV light on it, and it cures. Well, so anyways, that's Bondic. It works. So I highly recommend, if you got, you want to try out a new little thing, try that stuff out, because I like it. It works pretty good. You're not supposed to store it outside apparently, but it hasn't affected the quality of its use. At least I haven't seen where it does. But of course, the first time I used it was a few months back, whenever I was first messing with these blinkers and figured out that they were wired wrong. So anyways, I'm gonna throw this one back on real quick. And there you have it. I'll give y'all one more function test of showing y'all the blinkers. Alright, left blinker. See, it's nice and bright now. The right blinker. One too many. Left blinker. Right blinker. Alright, so that was a nice little simple fix. You know, took 10 minutes to do probably, maybe 15 if I didn't have to fix the lens. So I hope this helps somebody else out there. It's where you don't have to spend a bunch of time searching and figuring out, that you see this video through a quick search and you're able to see this and fix it. And if you do, please drop me a comment down below and let me know if it has helped you. If you like the content, you like the video, hit the like and subscribe button, and appreciate y'all watching.